melody. I hear that haunting melody. It's in my every reverie. It says we'll never part. Can't you see that we can spend eternity? Our lives were really meant to be together from the start. No one else could fill my life with ecstasy. No one else, it seems, could make me care. What is left is just a memory that's so empty and so unfair. Melody, I'll write another melody, and this time from the start you'll see. I'll write it from the heart, and words that say, come to me, stay with me. Won't you stay with me? No one else could fill my life with ecstasy. No one else, it seems, could make me care. What is left is just a memory that's so empty and so unfair. Melody, I'll write another melody, and this time from the start you'll see. I'll write it from the heart, and words that say, come to me. Words that say, come to me, stay with me. Won't you stay with me? Stay with me.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Didn't I just see you a couple of minutes ago on the morning show?
I feel like it's fall. You smell the aroma of the pumpkin candles. Look at our beautiful floor centerpiece, floral.
My son calls me this morning. He tells me, you know, fall, the first day of fall is Saturday. So I said, and? He says, we're going to get pleasant weather.
Pleasant.
So I said, Pleasant? So where the hell do you live?
Pleasant.
So he lives in Bradenton.
I was going to say, which son is getting pleasant weather?
Gio. So he goes, yeah, Dad, it's going to be in the low 80s.
Pleasant. Are they going to
said-
the pumpkin patch?
No. And I said, and Hurricane Godzilla will be at your doorstep.
No.
He says, no. When the air gets cool, it doesn't allow for the hurricanes to formulate.
Truth. Except
go on the
on
new-
rare occasions.
So I go on the news, and we have all this stuff going out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Except it's going to New York. I call my sister and says, you're going to get more hurricanes than me because El Nino and La Nina
it's
and all
pushing
that
it
other
up.
stuff is pushing it north.
Yeah.
So, I woke up to that this morning.
Yeah, I remember Aaron was born November 14th, which is after hurricane season. Tropical Storm Gordon. There he was, middle of November.
Gordon or your son?
Both. Tropical Storm Gordon came, and so did Aaron.
You know, I've been meaning to share something with you guys since Monday. And every time I get into doing this, something happens, somebody says something, and I lose track of it. But Becky, Mark Anthony's assistant, I was on the phone with her last Friday. And she was supposed to come on and give us this whole synopsis with music and Mark Anthony and everything else. And she couldn't because she was in LA with him. And do you know what Mark Anthony got in LA?
A star?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Oh, I don't know, I
In
guess.
front of the Chinese restaurant.
The Groman Chinese Theater. Night, wow.
So he got his star, and that's why she couldn't come on. So she sent me a picture,
Wow.
which I can't find.
Text, check your text.
No, I don't think it's in text. I think it's in WhatsApp. But anyway, so I'm going to call her today or tomorrow because she's going to come on next week and talk to us a little bit about Mark Anthony, about what she does with him, and yada, 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 and the culture and everything else. And I'm excited about that. Wouldn't it be nice if Mark came in and said, hello?
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
It would be nice. Let's see how that works out. But Becky, if you're watching us or if you're not, we're going
Well,
to...
congratulations on the star, right?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that great?
It's like a bucket list. It's got to be for anyone. Speaking of which, apparently the writers strike and they're all in negotiations and they're thinking they might come to an agreement today. They've got all the bigwigs from all the major film industries. All the networks are meeting today. I guess it's gone up the line and now they're bringing in the bigwigs to finalize the deal.
It's funny because I want to see what they end up with. I want to see what the negotiations look like. Because nobody's making any money and nobody's getting anywhere this way.
I think it's been 106 days, correct me if I'm wrong, 106, 111 days, something like that, which means, you know how they always say you should have 3 months of an emergency fund put away? We're now over the 3 months of emergency monies put away for people. So no one's getting paid.
Nobody's getting paid. And there's no, you know, and unions are an interesting predicament because each side is going to say that they were successful. That's why they got an agreement out of it. But, you know, sometimes you go into an agreement and they offer you X and you get X and a little bit more, and that little bit more. It's like that girl math.
Girl money,
you guys
girl
do.
math, yeah.
Like girl math. So you think you're way ahead of the game when all you really got was a thumbnail.
Well, I
but
told
that's
you I
okay.
ordered a new necklace. I got $10 off because I had ordered one last week. So girl math.
Well, it's
What
better.
did-
It's better than buying something for $24, and if you hit $25, you get it shipped for free. So you end up buying a light bulb or the second of the same thing, getting two, just to get it mailed to you for free. But you spend. It doesn't make any sense, the math.
So we ordered something for the house that got delivered last night, and it came in wrong. So we went to reorder it this morning on Amazon. It was half the price to get it by Saturday because the person who ordered it did not want to order through Amazon. She felt like it was not right. She wanted to go through a regular private company, double the price than Amazon. So
Goes
now
to
it's
show
going
you.
back to the private company, and we got to order from Amazon.
You're hilarious. I see that you're planning your big
Break fast.
breakfast on Monday.
So here's what happened. So I called Second Street Bagels. Actually, I texted Christy this morning. She just got her MBA in business. So congratulations to Christy. Kara's exploring all of her music. So we have to reach out to them. So her mom, who runs all the catering, called me this morning and she says, all right, what can we do for you? So we go through the menu and she's like, well, we could cut it down. I'm like, no, let's just keep it. She says, then we could add blintzes. And I'm like, no, I'm good.
What's a blintzes?
Then an hour later, I said, yeah, just add a tray. I was going to cook, but I'm
What's
like,
a
why cook
blintzes?
anything? Blintz is like a cream cheese filled pastry dough. And they bake it. It's like hot cheese melted, and they put like a strawberry or blueberry compote on top of it.
You eat
It's
this?
like melted cheese.
You eat this?
Sure.
I've never seen.
know, Because in holidays, you just eat. Marissa will tell you. It's all about the sugar, the flour, and the cheese on Jewish holidays.
But the diabetes, school 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, so it's flour, sugar, cheese. That's everything in the Jewish diet.
Now your
right?
breakfast,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Except Pesach.
except Pesach right there.
now, your breakfast is at 5 o'clock at night.
It's usually sundown. It should be at 7, but yes.
So why don't you call it dinner? The
Because
Last
you're
Supper.
breaking fast. That was Passover. That's the next wrong holiday.
So you have a breakfast at 6 o'clock
Break
at night,
fast.
6 p.m.
You're breaking your fast. Yes,
So that's why you call it break fast,
that's what it's called.
because it's not breakfast.
You're breaking your fast.
I go to
right?
IHOP, I got break fast every other night.
But I'm excited. My brother's coming in. My nephew's coming in. And it'll be nice to bring the family together
Coming in
again.
from where?
Orlando. He's tried out for American Idol, so I got to find out how he's doing with
Your
that.
brother did?
My nephew.
Oh, okay. So maybe he sings for you. Do you guys sing and play the guitar and stuff
He does. I'll tell him to bring his guitar.
when he shows up?
Maybe I'll tell him to bring his guitar.
Why don't you tape it for us?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to have him bring his guitar, and I can film it and put it out. That'd be kind of cool.
I think that's kind of cool.
So yes, that's
A lot of good
breakfast.
stuff. Where you going? Sit. What do you think? You're sneaking out of here?
And I think Royce has a guest joining us today. Her next guest, all the way from Turkey. Who have you booked for today, Royce?
Ilgın Hoşgelen. She's a researcher in virtual reality in illnesses like schizophrenia, and she will talk about that.
How did you find her?
I found her from a TV show in Turkey, because when I'm searching about virtual reality, I search both in here and both in Turkey, so I found her from there.
She gets it done. I got to tell you this
Is
one.
it? I gotta ask. Is it easier to find someone on a TV show there than it is here? I guess, right? How
Yeah.
did you find her?
Because they have more information from, like, I cannot reach the people here, but in there you can, if you have like this kind of TV show, you can reach them easier than here.
That's impressive.
All right, so we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to show you some of our trailers that are happening for all the events starting October 12th at Savor Cinema. We're doing a brand new
At where?
combo package, Savor Cinema. Not Freddy's Cinema, the Savor Cinema. 6 o'clock, you can go see the Bee Gees. At 8 o'clock, you get to see Tony Wilson as young James Brown. Special combo pricing, $50. You can stay for the entire evening and join us. We also have the event on October 19th, which is at Movies of Delray with Johnny T and Mike Dutra, Frank Sinatra and Friends, the many voices of the legends. And then November 10th, you've got J.C. Dreesen at Movies of Delray paying tribute to the divas and Broadway, but part of the proceeds go back to benefit our veterans. So check out all the tickets at events.amp2.tv. We're going to play a few of the trailers on this commercial break, and then we're going to come back and head over to Turkey. So more to come. We'll be right back. AMP2 Media Productions, in collaboration with True Oldies Radio and Comcast TV, bring you the opportunity to spotlight your business on Monday Night Football on ESPN. By targeting your preferred Comcast region, your commercial will be spotlighted during NFL and NCAA football season, reaching over 1 million viewers. Let AMP help you amplify your impact in the community. Contact us at 866-224-5422 to create your own commercial today.
If you're tired of only working for your money and are ready to get your money working for you, then check this out. This is the Transact card, the first of its kind Visa bank card where you double your dollars on every transaction. Transact card provides you with a system for your money finally works for you. The days of underwhelming 1% to 2% cashback are over. Are you ready to welcome in dollar for dollar rewards, doubling your buying power and creating financial momentum? Look, if you've been trying to save your way to wealth and that isn't working out the way you hope, maybe it's time to try spending your way to wealth instead. Learn more at gman.mytzt.com. That is gman.mytzt.com.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Amp Media presents Bee Gees, the tribute band. Join us for a fun-filled night at Savor Cinema Fort Lauderdale at 6 p.m. on October 12th.
Just trying to keep a hold on me. Here in your arms I found my paradise, my only chance for happiness. And if I lose your love, I think I would die. Oh, say you'll always be my baby, we can make it so.
However, the fun doesn't end there. Later that night, we'll be joined by Tony Wilson, the young James Brown. On October 12th at 8 p.m. later that night in the same place, join us for another fantastic event with Tony Wilson, the young James Brown. Get your tickets now at events.amp2.tv. 50 for 50s.
It's in process.
And we're back. I told you we weren't going to make it.
Well, it's in process. Your coffee's in process. It's heating. And then we'll get the rest on our next break. Anyway, as our Sally's back in studio.
I am. I'm here.
Welcome back. We're going to let you get...
Like forever. I haven't been here.
What happened? You weren't feeling well?
Huh?
You weren't feeling well?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Well, one day, the day I was meant to be coming in, I wanted.
I've decided no more seafood for you.
Oh, I told Steve I will not have seafood anymore because that's what I'm eating, and this is about the third time that's happened.
Happened on the cruise, and then it happened cruise twice, and then here.
Yeah. No, I made up my mind. The following day, I said I'm not eating seafood. In fact, I think I'm going vegetarian.
You and Josh.
I might still eat chicken. No, I'm not sure. But I'm not sure. No eggs.
Sounds just like Josh.
Yeah. You said the same. Okay.
Well, welcome back. We're going
Birds
to
of a feather.
we're going to get Sally reacclimated while we head over to Turkey. See if we've got Ilgin joining us. Ilgin, see if we've got her. A guest that Royce has been talking to. She works with VR and schizophrenia patients on how virtual reality can help.
And there she is.
Hi, Ilgin. How are you doing?
Hi, thank you. I'm fine. How are you?
I am great. It's such a pleasure to have you to join us.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I came all the way through to America. It's like a kind of different experience for me now.
Have you ever been to America?
No, not yet.
So Royce said you guys went to the same high school.
No,
Oh, no?
not
Oh, that's the guest next week.
Yeah.
All right, my apologies. How did you get involved working with VR in schizophrenic patients? I mean, that's like something that not many people do.
Yes, I actually started doing my master's degree with my advisor, and he had projects about this topic those days. So this is how I started working with VR and on schizophrenia patients.
So what have you found? Look how young she is. She's getting her PhD in virtual reality and schizophrenia.
She looks like she's like
What is she? She's
15.
probably about 30, right?
Yes,
Oh
it's
my
correct.
Lord.
Beginning of my 30s.
Wow.
What do you like most about working with schizophrenic patients? And just that alone is like you think, oh my gosh, that's pretty overwhelming.
Actually, it's not overwhelming for me at the moment because I got used to do this, and this is not this is what I'm familiar with. So I got used to work with this, and it's exciting me because we are there to help patients. Maybe we will improve their psychosocial functioning or maybe other health conditions. We are still searching. We have different kind of projects. We had some findings, but we are still on the process.
Well, how does it work? What virtual reality platforms are you using? Because I think of VR and I think of the glasses that people wear, like gaming. So how is that helping patients with schizophrenia?
Actually, our patients are avoiding to be in social situations, such as getting in public transportation and getting in touch with social environments. They are actually avoiding to be in social situations. So with using this VR glasses and other tools such as touch controller and stuff, we are trying to get them involved in social situations and engage them to communicate in VR environment. And then maybe they are able to apply these skills on their daily life. So this is what we are aiming.
So it helps them tolerate being in a social situation. Does it reprogram the brain at all to think that, all right, I saw it in the VR glasses, now I can not have a reaction when I actually encounter a real situation?
Actually, they tolerate VR. And they cannot tolerate the real situations. I'm not sure if I get your question right.
How is it translating from using the VR glasses to real world?
Actually, we are just making opportunity for the patients to experience social situations in virtual environment, and then make them, encourage them to do these skills, what they learned in VR. We are trying to encourage them to use these skills, what they learned in VR, to apply in real life.
And does it help them socially a little bit more and physically?
Yes, they do. For example, most of the patients are socially isolated. They are always at home. They are refusing to go out. They don't have any friends and etc. And this makes them to feel more comfortable to be in social situations because in VR setting we have real-based environments which are about social situations, for example, in public transportation, in a grocery, in the markets. They're experiencing it in the virtual environment, and then they experience that this is not scary, this is not dangerous, and then they are trying to do it in real life.
And how often do they receive treatment?
In our laboratory, actually, we do this treatment once in a week during 12 weeks. But in other research settings, it's changing actually. Some laboratories do it twice in a week, some do it once in 10 weeks. It's changing, but our application is once in a week during 12 weeks, like 2 months.
And what's included in the program? What are they seeing in these glasses?
Our first 2 sessions are about relaxation sessions. In these sessions, individuals are meeting the virtual reality. What is it? How they are going to feel in the virtual environment. And if they need any help, we are there to help them. So they experience the whole setting. For example, they are learning to use touch controller. They are learning to use glasses. And then in the 3rd week, for example, they have a self-care session, which they are taking shower in the virtual environment. And the other sessions are about public transportation. They are getting a tram or they are getting a ferry. They are traveling with other individuals. They are experiencing to be with other people in the crowd. And other sessions are about grocery shopping. They are using touch controller and they are doing shopping in a grocery, and then they are doing shopping in the market. So they are experiencing this kind of settings.
Can this be used for other patients with anxiety or people like me that have post-COVID trauma of being in crowds? I would think, right, if you're adapting people to crowds, then maybe you just don't have to be schizophrenic or diagnosed with schizophrenia to receive treatment.
Yes, this is what I was telling you about schizophrenia. We prepared these settings just for schizophrenia patients, but there are other settings for other psychological conditions. But every VR setting is changing from disorder to disorder. People experiencing different symptoms, and we need to treat different symptoms for each psychological condition. For example, there are exposure therapies for anxiety disorder, which you may receive maybe. About
Welcome to America.
Thank you. There are other settings for depression, for example, relaxation and behavioral activation therapies. Also, there are cognitive rehabilitation programs for schizophrenia or any other disorders which is about cognitive decline, for example, Alzheimer's disease maybe, or demence.
Wow. Can you imagine being able to help Alzheimer's
You
patients?
need bigger glasses.
I need rose-colored VR glasses.
Big glasses. big glasses.
What's it like in Turkey? Is there a high level of anxiety for your generation like we have here?
Yes, absolutely. Future, about future, we have lots of anxiety. What's gonna happen?
So it's the same thing everywhere. It's global. Anxiety is worldwide.
Anxiety spreads. But this technology is only in Europe?
I don't think so, because I'm reading some articles from America. There are laboratories that work on this topic. and also Australia, Europe as well. People are trying to get involved with VR technology because we think that in the future it's really gonna help us to maybe it's gonna be self-therapy technique in the future with this kind of settings.
Can you imagine if we could
We
use this
don't
for
know
our
yet.
military?
That's what I was thinking.
Right? For our military, if we could use this for so many men and women who have served with PTSD and whatever they're coming back with.
Or the universities, the college kids. You know, you got a whole test tube just with them.
Actually, where VR comes is from military. It started to be used for PTSD for soldiers, and then we started to get this technology.
So it's going the other way. It started with military and now it's going back, it's going into the public sector. Incredible. How
Yes.
can people get more information from you or your research?
We have articles, scientific articles, but they can reach out from my email. I can give them more information. But at the moment, we don't have any website or something like that because it's still kind of secret.
Sounds amazing. Royce, do you have any questions for Ilgen?
Actually, I have the question that what kind of patient is the most need this type of treatment? Like, do you specifically said this type of patient needs this treatment because we will have most value from this patient. So, is there a specific patient for that? Like,
Actually, we cannot separate it in this way, but we can think that there are some symptoms very, very difficult to treat. In some psychological or psychiatric conditions, pharmacological treatments are very, very effective. But in some conditions, pharmacological treatments are not really enough. So in this situation, we are just aiming to improve or work on a specific symptom. So there is no that kind of disorder or there is no that kind of patient profile that we have to work on.
Well, thank you so much for all this information. It's fascinating. Sally, I know you're looking at it intently.
No, I was thinking, I wasn't quite sure. Maybe I missed the very beginning. It's virtual reality. Okay, what I was thinking that it would be very helpful for, I don't know too much about this at all, is phobias, because from what I know, if you, like, I don't like snakes. It's just an example. So I know that if I kept maybe looking at a snake, or if I had this thing on me, eventually I might get over the, well, I'm sure a lot of people don't like snakes, but that would help with phobias. I mean, people that don't want to fly, they could be in an airplane, correct? Would that help? See, I don't know too much about it.
Yes. Actually, there are some kind of exposure therapies for phobia. If you're scared of spiders or snakes,
right,
you are getting this exposure therapy. There is no real snake, but they use the snake to make you feel more comfortable while you are next to a snake. But
Yeah.
I really don't know much about those kind of techniques because we are working on different aspects, but this is how they work. This is what I know.
Wow.
Very
Ilgen,
interesting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a wow, new information.
Useful.
Could help a lot of
Useful for me.
people.
It does, and I'm pretty sure that they're using it everywhere. And as the scientific community gets more used to different needs, I think that Hot Wheels asked a really good question. who would it benefit the most? I think you're going to start seeing this technology start taking place where we need it the most. I think
Imagine
that's a
even
good
seeing it
question.
in schools, right, with the kids for relaxation.
That's
and
what I'm thinking about. I look at all the kids going through what they're going through. We call them the COVID babies now. They're going through the aftershock of what we just went through. And it's not easy being a student right now. It's not. Whether you graduated or not, it's a tough call.
So, Ilgen, thank you so much.
Thank you for the questions.
Good luck with your degree, and keep us posted on any new information. Keep Royce posted.
Okay, I definitely will. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, why don't we? Interesting, right? You think about it, the kids that it could help, even young kids, for relaxation. And for them, it's like a game. Imagine putting on the glasses and going into a yoga room.
Well, I'm fascinated that she was on a TV show and this one found her and she came on. That to me is fascinating to begin with. I mean, do you know if you see 60 Minutes and you see somebody on there with useful information, how many people watch 60 Minutes? Unless you're Deion Sanders, nobody watches 60 Minutes anymore. And it's just like they will come on here to explain the situation like what she has going on. I'm impressed. I gotta tell you, I am. I'm really impressed. I'm sitting here saying, what just happened?
Beautiful young girl. Nice job, Royce.
Looks like she's 12.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
All right, and she's getting her PhD.
That kid looks like she's 18. Come on, seriously?
I know. She's
That's
my daughter's age.
unbelievable.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, more with events.amp2.tv. We've got Sally Bernard. Actually, they want to change your name, Sally. They want to call you now Zena.
Yeah, why
Okay.
do we call you Sally?
Why do we call you Sally?
Call
when
me
you say-
Zena.
Your show says
That's
Sally
very
Zena.
funny because yesterday someone called me. I didn't know who they were. They did not know my name was Zena. They were given my number, and they called me. They said to me, "Are you Zena?" They actually got the wrong name because they didn't know my name. And I said, "Why are you calling me that?" And the gentleman said, "I don't know. I just thought your
But the
name was Zena."
producers were asking, why do we call you Sally when your show
The
is
show-
Call Me Zena? So
That's
we're gonna
very
start
true.
calling you
So
Zena.
call me Zena.
We're going to
Yeah,
call
we'll
her
call her
Zena.
Zena.
All right,
Zena's
we're going to call her
here.
Zena. More to come on
I
the
got
other
other things I can call her too.
other side of this
No,
commer-
no, no, no.
What do they say? But just don't call her late for
Just
dinner.
don't call her late for dinner.
More to come. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ant Media Production presents Music Night, a once-in-a-lifetime lineup of concerts including Jive Talking, a Bee Gees tribute band, Tony Wilson as James Brown, Johnny T, the Voices of Legends, Frank Dean and Friends with Mike Dutra, and a salute to the veterans by JC Dreesen. Go to events.amp2.tv for more information and get your tickets now. That is events.amp2.tv.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Todo Bello Balloons is a business that was born out of a passion for creating unique and beautiful balloon designs, including balloon bouquets, balloon arches, balloon columns, and more. We specialize in creating unique and beautiful balloon designs that bring your dreams into reality. We believe that balloons have the power to bring people together and create lasting memories, and we are honored to be part of that experience. Contact us and we will bring happiness to your celebrations with our balloons.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Amp Media Production presents Tony Wilson, the Young James Brown. Join us October 12th at 8 p.m. at Savor Cinema in Fort Lauderdale. Get your tickets now at events.amp2.tv.
I'll be right back.
He got up, he made it, he mixed it, and he comes back, and I'm like, what happened to Zena's coffee? It's been a long time since we've had Zena in the studio, and since Monday is a holiday for our Jewish friends and family, we're going to be pre-recording Zena for Monday. So if you're in the area, come on by this afternoon. Zena is here to answer questions. We're going to talk to the universe and see. You've got a dog with you, Freddie? What? Did she tell you got a dog with you?
No, I said I only have $1 on me.
Oh,
to
only
the
$1.
Coffee.
You only get the $1 tip today.
No, he didn't get that. He walked away.
And we go again.
I was actually watching the Tony Wilson stuff because I'm putting together something for
tonight.
For tonight, Cafe After Hours featuring the young Jane Brown. So I was looking at something they were playing over there, and I put her coffee in the microwave to heat up. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, that's a zinger. You're gonna call me Jupiter when you finish that one.
I will drink it very slowly, my coffee. It's
No,
too
you better
hot.
use
It's
a
too
straw
hot.
slow.
But she's doing well. How have you been?
I've been okay, except for that one episode when I couldn't.
And no more seafood for you, I think.
No, absolutely
What
not.
kind of
I mean,
seafood did you
no,
eat that
I
got you
did-
sick?
Well, they gave me. We went. It was a nice restaurant. I had mussels in there. I had shrimp. I had clams. It was all seafood in the whole bowl. But I think there was something wrong with it because they seemed to have a lot, so they weren't making many people this dish probably.
But did you get sick after that, or
Yes,
did you get sick a few
with
days
no,
later?
That same evening, about 4 hours later. I felt funny as soon as I left the restaurant. And I said to Steve, I'm
Maybe
feeling a bit
you're
nauseous.
seafood intolerant.
Well, you know what? I may be, but I'm not willing to find out anymore. I don't want to know. And I love seafood.
That happened to me once when I ate lobster, and I said,
Horrible.
no more.
No.
It's something with it.
You know, Dawn leaves out a lot of parts to her story. So Dawn goes and she has some popcorn, goes home, and she's violently sick.
Violently ill.
So I go, she says she didn't sleep or anything that night. I go, wow, what happened? I had the same popcorn. I didn't get sick. Then I find out that she has a Gumby pill.
No,
that
it was
she
a drink.
What was the pill you took?
I didn't. It was a fiber drink.
Oh, she took a fiber drink. Now, we've gone down this road before. She took another fiber before, made her very ill. So for some reason, she thinks that she's going to get away with taking this drink.
Oh my gosh.
When she got ill before. Same thing with you. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a specific seafood in that conglomerate that you ate the whole sea.
I don't know. There was a little piece of lobster and there was a little of everyone. I have no way of finding out because
So
I
you
ate
don't
a
know
little
which
of each.
one you're allergic to.
No, but I'm not willing to find out now. Uh-uh.
So what we'll do is we're going to take a plate and we're going to put 12 plates, every piece of seafood. And you'll have one until you get sick.
One
and
a
no
day,
one
and I know what it is. Take one a day at midday or maybe in the evening.
Maybe 2 or 3 a day until we
I put
until
them
we
on a
find
little-
the culprit. And I have a feeling it's the mussels.
I was going to say that too. I don't know. I don't know.
That's
I
not
eat
worth
a
it.
lot of seafood out, and
Do you? And you never get sick?
well, I mainly have shrimp, so I'm probably all right with shrimp. But on the cruise, the last day of the cruise, the same thing happened to me twice. And I said as I was eating the shrimp, there's something wrong with this shrimp. So
Well, anytime you eat a bad shrimp, anybody's going to get sick.
it's not good. It's not good. But
No, it's
anyway, I'm
just not
fine
worth
now,
it.
and I'm eating again, and maybe I'm vegetarian now. I don't know.
Vegetarian and chicken.
Yeah.
Tastes like. Ever had frog's legs?
Yes.
Ugh, stop.
I don't
What?
think I've ever had them.
I'm
Ever had
getting
like a
ill.
cockroach?
Okay. What?
I've had.
They dip them in chocolate. They're like crunchy.
Oh no! I've had
Josh like that.
escargot is good. If you
Escargot
think
is
about it,
good.
yes, snails.
Escargot has
Snails.
salt in it and
And
it
garlic.
has sand.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
never
not.
eat it.
Rinse it.
No, when I went to a restaurant, a guy says, "What?" I said, "One of these black things is an escargot." I didn't know what it meant, so I ate it. It was sandy. I said, "This is like eating sand on the beach."
No, they hadn't cleaned it or something.
He says, "No, that's part of the delicacy." Oh, please.
Can you believe we actually eat some
No,
of this
when you
stuff
stop
that
to
we
think,
eat,
I
that
mean,
it's a
even oysters,
snail?
any of the, no.
Oysters are delicious.
I love oysters.
It's like snot. You like snot?
But you think about it, though. I
Ugh.
mean, it's.
Ugh, but you'll eat a roach.
No, I didn't think
No,
hmm.
no, I'm not. No, I hadn't. I misunderstood you. I haven't eaten a roach.
So
Frog's legs, she's eating.
there was an incident where we saw a creepy crawler, and Dawn almost broke the entire studio, not to kill it, but to
catch it.
catch it, to let it go in the wild so that it can come back again.
Well, I wouldn't be able to catch it because I don't like them. I might need those virtual reality thing. However, that's very sweet of you, Dawn. That's very nice.
It's one of God's creatures, if I
Absolutely.
can. Only next time, don't try and catch it with something glass. That was my mistake.
Oh, you
G-Man
broke the
says
glass?
that he has foot stompers, and he says these bad boys, they see that thing, it's going to be splattered everywhere. When he finishes with it, you got to wipe it with a cloth because he steps on it a few times.
Ugh, I don't even know.
Oh no.
What is happening, Zena? What are we in store for
Zena? That's-
Zena?
Okay.
No, that
coming.
is you,
Yeah,
yes.
it's me. Yeah, I'm Zena.
So we were talking, they were teasing me because I went through TSA I went through Clear at the airport last week to go
Okay.
to DC, and they do this whole background check, and they put your fingerprints on and they scan it. Mine were unscannable.
Oh, we have to
face.
talk.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you.
Really?
Yes.
You couldn't. Has that happened? You've had.
It's happened before, and at Disney World, you have to put your fingers in
Yes,
to get in. It's
yes.
never worked for me. To get a locker, you have to use your fingerprints.
So you can't. You.
So my family would tease me thinking it's just me in Disney World, that Disney World wasn't really
No.
fingerprints.
No.
Disney World is really fingerprints, and mine never worked there, and they don't work at the airport.
I think we have a connection because I have a few things that people say that's really strange, but my fingerprints seem to show
No, she's
up.
not talking about you as a person. She's talking.
No, I have a. Okay.
Now, I got to tell you.
And
so-
I haven't had my coffee, by the way.
Can I have some?
No, I'm
I
good.
saw a YouTube, a documentary
Documentary.
about this fingerprint thing. So Espionage World, what they do now is they put a rubberized thing on your fingers. It sticks onto your fingers that removes your fingerprint.
Really?
The CIA and the FBI have been using it for years, but now it's gotten out because the technology was that it used to come off.
Oh.
Now they have a technology that to get it off, you got to use alcohol
I got
because it
nothing
sticks
on.
like crazy.
But she doesn't
glue.
have it.
So people were asking me if you have that technology on your fingers because it is unheard of not to have fingerprints.
Yeah, that's
Even an alien has a fingerprint.
I do not know. All I know is they had to use my eyes because they could not find anything on my
Well,
fingers.
maybe it was dirty.
Well, her whole both hands.
Both hands,
No.
twice each time.
That's
bet-
really
why didn't
They
you
interesting.
didn't try
use
my
your toe?
toes. They did not try my toes.
Actually, this is interesting. I have some friends you might like to meet.
Russell was here and he says, "Can I take
I
a
know,
picture?"
I know.
No pictures. Thank you very much.
And the funny thing is that when she says this story, they always show up with their UFO alien. Now, they just came out with a new thing that NASA put out something that they can't explain. It's either. There's also, NASA has a telescope that found a planet that has water, nitrogen, and oxygen, and it's blue, just like us. But it's like so many light years away, and they don't want to talk about that either because
Did they get the name of the planet?
it
'Cause
has
I think-
yes, and I have it's a formula, KLAB something something something.
that's not
But
the
the
one I'm
interesting thing is that when I talk to my son about it, he stays very quiet. And he says, "I don't know what you're talking about." See, they don't want to tell you the truth.
Okay, I've had that too because I do know the name of a planet that is currently taboo, let's say, to people. When I used to sell, and I had a customer once, and I said to them, I mentioned the name, I won't mention the name of the planet. And they said, they work for NASA. And they said, no, we don't talk about that. No. And I didn't know as much as I maybe know now. And I thought that was really strange. But there are certain things that they won't
I think
talk
this
about.
earth is strange. I think everything in it is strange. The people are just an add-on to strangeness, a la your fingers. What would you do if you were invited to the White House? You couldn't go.
They'd have to use my eyeballs.
Why? What are they going to do with your
I
eyeballs?
don't know. Apparently, they can scan my
So
retina.
your eyeballs now are registered with the federal government?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes, my eyes
That's
are
really
registered,
strange.
which is funny because I really only see out of one. And
So
my
it's one
fingers
eye.
are not.
So you're what, one-eye goblet.
Hey,
Freddie,
easy being me is all I can
I'm
say.
thinking this is strange, so you know it's strange.
If Zena thinks.
If Zena thinks you're strange, we're off to the races.
But I love
here.
you, Dawn. It's okay.
So my daughter's been researching because she's teaching Renaissance art at this amazing school. She's been researching the Renaissance because all of her students have to become a character. So she's been deciding who she should be. So she's looking into Elizabeth, and she found 2 Elizabeths from the Renaissance.
Why do you say things like? Why do you say that word like?
Because she
Well,
tells me.
I understand her. It's Elizabeth.
Well, I'm glad that you're in the hierarchy because.
I understand
But
everything
why did
that
she
she's
say
talking
Elizabeth
about.
instead of Elizabeth?
No, because that's how Elizabeth came
What's her
through.
name?
You see? Elizabeth, not Elizabeth.
So it's like tomato instead of tomato? Seriously?
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
see, I have this guardian. Her name is Elizabeth.
It's
And Chelsea has the same
She
guardian.
does not like Elizabeth. It's Elizabeth.
So she's told Sally her name is Elizabeth. So Chelsea's research 2. One is Catherine de Medici's daughter,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, Queen of Spain, and then the other one is Queen Elizabeth of England.
Right. Well, they were kind of related because Catherine de Medici was, well, actually, it wasn't Queen Elizabeth. It was her daughter-in-law was Mary Queen of Scots, who then became friendly with Queen Elizabeth. I know the history.
So there you have it. So therein lies Elizabeth. She's with you right now, by the
I
way.
think he's going
She's
to
looking
throw
at
me
you
out of
going,
this. You're not going to throw me out of the studio, are you?
I got nothing to say. I think that the 2 of you should wear those glasses from Turkey.
I think it'd be a whole lot of fun.
Yes, I
It'll
do
be a
too.
whole lot of something, I got to tell you
You
that.
just never know what we're going to find out. And Josh had an experience last night with a psychic and got some interesting information. Nothing new,
I
nothing
think
surprising.
he got a confirmation of what he already knew, which was interesting. It was interesting, but I think at least you know you're in the right path. You know, that's comforting to know. Now I had a question for you. I have a situation. I know of a situation where there's a spirit in this house, which I've known since I walked into it, and this spirit locks doors because the spirit is very upset about how things work. So in this house, there's somebody who walks around here and talks about don't make changes that I don't like because different things will happen. Different things will break. and they do things to get your attention. I want to get your feedback on this. So recently, this particular situation that I know of has all of a sudden taken it upon themselves to bending, breaking, dismantling, disrupting every disc you can think of because of a situation that's ongoing about the sale of this house and moving on to other and bigger, better things. And the people that want to buy it want to change its complexity of what it looks like. Now, I didn't know that something like that existed until I woke up one night at 3 o'clock in the morning at the foot of the bed. I saw this thing, this, I don't know what you want to call it. And in like 10 seconds, that seemed like 10 years, it explained their position. And I'm afraid to tell people the truth because every day something new breaks, happens, cracks, whatever. And then it gets back to being fixed again, but sometimes yes, sometimes no. So I wanted to ask you, is this a common thing among those that walk among us?
I don't think it's necessarily common because we don't hear much about it, but I truly believe it.
Well, you have to be able to see it.
You have to, and there are many people, just like what I can't necessarily, I hear a lot, but I do see now, I'm seeing more. But yes, but there are also playful spirits, which I had learned from Aldo too, that they just want to get your attention. But there are also people, like if you're in a house that they may have passed or had lived in that particular house and they see people in the house that they don't know, they're thinking to themselves, because they're called earthbound, and they still think that's their house. So they'll do these things to try and get you out of the house.
Well, it is their house. But I'm going to give you one last night.
Oh, okay.
After we finish with Sarah.
Okay.
I always walk Sarah to her car because I want to make sure nothing happens to her.
Okay.
And she's to my left, and we're walking to that front door. And I went to turn the door to open it, and it flew out of my hand, and it opened.
Okay.
And Sarah looks at me. She says, "What was that?" And I looked at her, and I said, "Oh, you saw that, huh?" Because I didn't know. I have never, ever seen anything. It's whatever was in my hand pushed the door out of my hand. It was like something pushed it.
Well,
and I said, "You saw that?" I said to Sarah. She says, "Yeah, did you push the door?" I says, "I never got a chance to open it. It just flung open."
My feeling is, especially in here, I don't think it's if you're worried about it being something that is not good. I believe that we're very protected in here. I believe it's a playful spirit, but they want to get your attention, Freddie. I mean, it's happening.
They want to get my attention.
Yes. It's happening, absolutely.
They want to get my attention.
They want to get your attention, but someone that's psychic, as Sarah is correct, she's going to see it. Most people won't even see that necessarily, but they saw it. It was only a split.
She couldn't even understand it. She looked at me and says, "What is that all about?" And
was it only a split second, right? It wasn't very long. It just happened.
I went to reach for the door and put my hand on the doorknob, and the next thing, I didn't even get to turn it, and the next thing, the door flew open like a wind blew it out of my hand.
Well, we know we've got spirits in here, correct? Yes, and maybe they want to show themselves more. I don't think it's a harmful thing, and I totally believe this, and I know that this happened.
It was very freaky.
Well, it's okay. It's all right. You were able to.
Well, I'm glad you can say that.
No, it's terrible. It's awful.
It's okay if it's in here. We take care of the home.
You're protected in here.
You're just not getting it. One thing is to have a sense and a feel. So you say, "Okay, I feel this. I sense that."
That front door opens all the time.
Don't you talk
out of my
about
hand?
No, but you have spirits up there.
We can be sitting here and that door will open by itself.
How do you think all these things are happening in here, Freddie?
This is different. The door opens because they don't close it.
Okay. It's not.
And the wind velocity.
What was in your hand?
Nothing. I went to reach.
No, there was a spiritual something in your hand.
Something blew out of my hand.
Well, yes, but you
Something
may not have
knocked the
seen
door
it.
out of my hand.
From what I'm feeling, it was in your. You didn't see it until it flew out.
Josh? Yeah, but that happens all the time. And I keep telling you, stop locking
Is it happening as we're talking about this? Did it just happen?
No, it opened this morning.
Oh, okay.
This morning. But it's funny because sometimes I'll feel something more and sometimes I'll feel something less. Like these guys want to change
sound booth.
The sound booth. And I was told to put that sound booth there. And I refused to take it down until my friend here brought in somebody yesterday.
She brought her in.
You brought her in. And that young lady that now lives in Hollywood, closer to us, I was told that whatever she wants to put in there will replace the sound booth, and it has to go there. Why? I don't know. You tell me why.
Actually, I never really thought about this, but as I'm looking over there, I'm getting goosebumps all over me, and I don't really know. There's something.
You're scaring Sally.
No, it's not scaring me. I'm trying to figure out maybe what it is. There is something there. There's definitely something there. Next to you, Josh. Please say hello. We need friendly spirits here.
But but it's not.
No, there is. It's the way it's. I can't explain it. It's like it's scary, but it's not scary, because if we believe it's scary, it's going to become scary. So let's say, okay, hi, you're welcome here. There's somebody in there.
Now, I've never met the lady that was that we interviewed, right? I've never met her.
Yes. No, you have not.
I've never met her. I didn't know anything about her.
Okay.
She's a ball of excitement and energy. And I've never done an interview where they've told me to invite her to do something there, right? And we've done a lot of interviews. And I was told, do not remove it. You can move it, just do not remove it, if that makes sense to you. So they took it down to do.
I can't see the picture inside. Who is the picture?
Prince.
Okay, Prince. Okay, there is something I'm going to say special about this. I don't believe.
Well, I'm going to give you another piece of the evidence here. That booth, which cost us a lot of money, we bought it. We used it maybe 3 times in Studio B, and then they took it apart. And I used to come in here, and I was told to put the damn thing back together again and put it there. So did we purchase this thing to put it there? I don't know.
Yeah.
I went to Walmart, and I was at Walmart, and a lady said to me, hey, this record player, which is in there, is on sale. I went, okay, buy it. So I bought it. So as I'm leaving Walmart to pay for it, not knowing why I bought it, she says to me, oh, you got to get an album. So I got the Prince album in plastic. It's in there.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
And when I came here, I said to Dawn, we have to set up the booth, and I put this whole thing together, and people used to come in here to take pictures.
Okay.
Remember
You
that?
kind of got your answer, Freddie. You think of all the situations and circumstances that is involved around what's happening to that. It's meant to be there. This is what I feel now. It's okay for it to be there. I would not move it, actually.
Well, I don't think it's not the thing that's there.
No, but it's in the corner. It's the whole.
They want us to look in that direction.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
For whatever
That's why
reason.
I think it's in the. As far as what I can tell, there is something about this. I don't want to say strange, because what is strange? Something unusual about it. That's.
Now you see the banner.
Yes.
I woke up one day and I was told. I told my son to formulate that banner, because I thought a banner was easy to make. It took him 3 weeks to put that banner.
I'm still thinking about what's happened in your house at the foot of your bed.
Oh, that happens a lot. I talk to my brother and stuff like that.
Well, that's different.
But this was a different.
That's what I'm saying. You're not talking to your brother, your
No,
mother. Yeah.
This is different. But that banner took forever, and there's another banner in the lobby, but I was told to place something in that color in that corner. Now, I don't understand what any of this stuff means, but I know that I have to. And if I mess it up, then bad things will happen. That can't happen.
You
It will
actually are giving yourself the correct answer, because I think what you are getting information right now. I can't tell you who's giving it to you, but the person that is giving you this information absolutely knows about this. And whatever you're doing, you are following. I wouldn't ever go another way, Freddie. Right now, everything is, I'm going to say, they're telling me to say the word cool over there. It's good. It's right where it's meant to be. Everything is in its right place. And yeah, you might want to dust, or somebody might want to come, but be sure to put it back how it is. The more I'm feeling this. We are, and they keep wanting to tell me, we are protected. Not everybody who is in this studio is protected. I feel that.
I want to
very
bring a
strongly.
Ouija board in.
No. Thank you, Josh. Do not bring, because as far as what I can tell, it's like inviting would you invite, and Aldo used to tell me this, a whole lot of strangers that you didn't know into your home?
Of course, I do it every day.
Well, this isn't. Yeah, actual. Well,
See, what you're
no,
talking
we're
about.
projected here.
What you're talking about is you're giving into fear. Would you face fear or would you shy away from it?
No, I would face fear because I
what's
feel.
the problem with the
But
Ouija
there's
board?
no point in encouraging fear. That's
It's
the
not
difference.
encouraging. Ouija is a Ouija is a
Well,
Ouija.
I
If
once
you-
had one. You told me to get rid of it.
Yeah, but you're a different story.
Why?
Because
Why?
ever since you got rid of it, did things change for you?
I used to play with the Ouija board a lot before I knew I could do what I'm doing, and
I
I,
didn't
got some very
realize-
good messages. But we're not sure they can enter in. What it does is they can enter into your space. That's all. They may not be bad. They're just sometimes mischievous. They want to, like people here. It's no different. And they want to pretend they're somebody else, or they want to do something that may scare you. It may not be that bad. My advice, and obviously, if you feel all right, I face fear. I think it's important to do that. Just say that there's nothing is going
That's
to
right, 'cause
happen.
you're
I
gonna eat
believe very
shellfish.
much. However, as my what?
You're going to eat more seafood.
No, I've had enough messages about that not to. But I believe it's very important to face your fears because it's all in our mind. It's what we bring to us, what we're fearful of, just that we bring to us what we want to happen. It's no different.
If you feed the fear, it will conquer you.
Exactly.
But my question is now, you had a Ouija board. You ever used it?
Yeah.
With who?
Chelsea.
And how did that work out for you?
We put it away, and
But
then you
what
told me to
happened?
get rid of it. It gave me some messages that only someone from the other side would know these messages. And it was time to put it away.
It's funny. The last time I used the Ouija board, I was young, and there was this lady that I knew, who's still alive. She's got to be in her 90s now, and she brought it to my house. And in my kitchen, we had orange walls with blue ceiling. My father must have been on, I don't know, marijuana or something in the day. And I asked this Ouija board, if the girl that I was dating at the time loved me. And it said no. And then I asked it, am I going to be dating this girl for a year? And it said no. And guess what happened?
You didn't date her for a year. That could
Now,
be
is it
anything, though.
coincidence? Is it? I thought it was her moving it. And she says, no, I'm not moving it at all. She says, do it by yourself. And I did it by myself, and I went, holy smokes, this is a little bit creepy. So, but Ouija boards aren't bad. What's more dangerous, a spirit or a human being?
That's a complicated question, actually, because we're
It's a
both.
good question, but it is complicated.
It's a very good question.
Why is it
exactly.
complicated?
Because there isn't really an answer. That spirits are very similar to us, and we're very similar to spirits. So
Sally,
that
get
gives you
closer
the
to your
answer.
mic.
Oh, the spirits are similar to us, and we're similar to the spirits.
Well, let me ask you a question. Aren't you a human being?
Yes, well, I don't know.
And aren't you? And aren't-
That's debatable too.
And isn't spirit inside you?
Well, yes, but because we are in spirit.
Okay, so then, which
but
is more dangerous?
depending, it's like saying what human being is dangerous. It's the same thing. We have the same still characteristics. If someone is very mischievous, which I've been talking about, there possibly still could be mischievous on the other side. We don't necessarily change. We hear more, we see more, we understand more, but we still come back with the basic, as far as I know, personality that we had. There's a big mixture here.
Yeah,
of
but you
human
have the gift of being able to see beyond what we see.
Because
You have-
I think a lot of people can do that,
But
Freddie.
hold on. Let's not talk about a lot of people. Let's keep it
Okay.
specific to you. You're
Okay.
able to see things on the other side, and you're able to communicate it to this side. So that's a spirit. A
Yeah.
human being walks. A spirit glides. If you're able to go from there to here and here to there back, if you're telling me Aldo says this and this and that, doesn't that make you a spirit?
But it makes everybody a spirit if they
I don't
believe
see
this.
Aldo.
No, you don't. But you because you're maybe not ready. Well, he didn't
But
know
you
you.
see the
But
person
you
at
see,
the end of your bed.
You may not see Aldo, but I don't see the spirits that are over there that you may have seen.
Yeah,
We
but
all-
hold on. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You are able to go back and forth. Just because an entity opens the door out of my hand or is at the foot of bed, whatever, is me getting the information, right? And it's for me to hear it. But I don't do what you do when people ask you questions on your show and you're able to go hear whoever is talking or what is talking to you, and then subscribe it to them to hear it. That's a bridge.
I have a good answer to that, Freddie. I don't see something coming in my hand and jumping out. You have the ability to do that. I may not have the same ability as you. We're all different. We are
Honey,
individuals.
that wasn't an ability. I'm coming to you because I've never seen that in my life.
But you had the ability, but you saw it, even if you've seen it once.
I just saw it pop out of my hand.
Like a little pixie.
What is it with you? Not pixie.
No, I love that. I love
it was
what
like,
you
you ever open the door, go to open the door, and on the other side somebody opens it? It felt like somebody tugged the door open. And I looked out to see if somebody opened the door. And Sarah goes, what was that?
Did she see any of that? Because she's
She was
psychic.
standing right next to me. She saw the whole thing.
Did she see anybody outside or
There
actually
was nobody
see this?
outside.
Well, there may have been, but you just didn't see it. I'm wondering if she did because she's very psychic.
Honey, there was nobody outside. There was her car, my car, and the two.
So
and the
you
three kids that were in
think there was someone in spirit outside?
it. Okay, then I'm going to lead you back to the question.
Okay.
Human, spirit.
Okay.
What was the
It's
question?
not
Is this more
one of
dangerous?
the
It's more
same-
dangerous.
It's cut.
It's not a dangerous.
It's not exactly. If you're in, we all go into spirit. When we pass, we don't have a body. So let's call that a spirit because we're still there.
All right, let me break this down a different way. You told me that certain spirits don't like certain things going on in their house. So here is a spirit that is unhappy.
Okay.
And they're trying to tell you, I'm unhappy.
Right.
And things begin to break and what have you. Here's a human being. When they're unhappy, they break things the same way. Right?
But is it their body or is it the spirit within them that's causing it to happen?
But this is my question to you. What's the difference? What is worse, the spirit or the human that's
Okay,
doing the same
I'm going
thing?
to say in some ways, maybe a spirit that's about to do that because not everybody can see that spirit doing it. So they maybe can get, as I'm hearing, they can get away with more. If you're going to do something here where people can physically see you, is a possibility that they can stop you, or if it's really bad, they throw you into jail. You're not going to throw a spirit into jail. They can continue doing it. So my immediate answer, and I can't tell you I'm right or wrong, I don't know, is possibly a mischievous, because I'm not, there is good, and, let's forget the good and bad, let's say a mischievous spirit is going to have more options to do more things because you're not going to be able to catch that person. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that, I had no idea what I just said because I'm in some sort of a trance.
But aren't we all
That's
just
what I'm feeling.
physical bodies bringing spirit forward? Aren't our bodies and physicality just physicality? But it's our spirit, our essence, and our soul that brings that physical body to life of who we are, the messages that we share. It's the spirit that lives within us.
I think the spirit that's in every one of us creates the body, not the other way around.
It's called, which I have related to too, we have a higher self. It's called, you know, people say when they say that they're being guided sometimes, we actually have a higher self. As far as I know, you know, and I often say this, I can't prove any of this, it's what I hear. We are also in spirit, only we don't know that. We've heard many people, and I'm sure you have too, Dawn, where we're not only here, we're in different places, we just don't remember. This is right now. I may be somewhere else talking about something different. This is really complicated, very complicated, but I'm trying to understand that. We're not just here. It's the same in spirit. We are all over the place. We can't see spirits necessarily unless we have the ability to do that. So they will play with us. They will protect us. They do all the things that they want to do with us. I feel that I'm protected. I feel that every one of us here is protected, so I don't want to scare people. But there are people that you know, that things can happen and they can see it. But what are you going to do about it? You call in a psychic or call in me and we'll light a candle. Hopefully they'll go away. We don't know. If someone's doing the same thing here, as I said, we'll throw them into jail if it's that bad.
Well, the funny thing is that the way I see it is the spirits enter a body. Sometimes the body is healthy, sometimes the body is not healthy, and the spirit has to learn how to make that body, like a puppet on a string, work. So all of a sudden, the spirit will send the body different messages because certain spirits can see other spirits. Certain spirits cannot. Certain spirits can relate to one another. Certain spirits cannot. Certain spirits can understand certain people. Certain spirits cannot. Some are more aggressive than others. So that when spirit leaves the body, they end up opening doors, locking locks. I've seen all of that. People trip and fall like somebody tripped them. There are spirits. I saw another documentary where they are sexual spirits, and they do these weird sexual things to people that are sleeping.
Right.
And they turn them over and this and that, and they put them in positions, and then people wake up like, what the hell? And why the cameras are on them is because the security cameras.
It's the Benadryl.
You gotta watch Jujutsu Kaisen.
What is that?
Our cartoons, it talks about curses and.
But back to that, you know, the
Freddie,
cartoons
this is all
bring that up.
true. It can happen. You'll have many people that have had, whatever the experience, they've had strange experiences. It happens. It's real. Their spirits play with us. But then again, people can say in human form the same things happen. It's not a whole lot of difference.
It is human form.
Well, in human form and in spirit.
Leads the human.
We're here to learn.
All right,
we're
we're
not
gonna take a commercial
necessarily
break.
here to judge. I'm hearing this too. I have no idea, honestly.
It's a good thing
what
she hears, but she doesn't remember what she said.
well, I'll listen back. At least I'm being
I'm
recorded,
going to let
right?
Zena regroup. But we're going to take a commercial break and show our next trailer, see what we got going on. Well, you want to see this book?
No, I'm just wondering where you're going.
More to come on the other side of this commercial break. I think our spirits need a little bit of a break.
They do.
Stay tuned. Zena needs a break too. We'll be right back.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
For real, take your business, any business, to the next level by joining us at the Global Awaken Trinity Summit. 4 days of opportunities and inside info you don't want to miss, as over 35 celebrity speakers will be live in person to teach you exactly how to make your business take off, grow, and thrive. From marketing tool secrets to the best ways to build relationships, partnerships, and make true connections. Founder Kessa Gooden is putting on this once-in-a-lifetime event, the Global Awaken Trinity Summit VIP Gala and Yacht Mastermind, February 29th through March 3rd, 2024 in Miami, Florida. Registration starts at 9 sharp each day. Bring your business partner, your team, your friends, anyone and everyone who wants real success. For tickets, call 404-992-3971. Tickets will not last, so call now. 404-992-3971. Or visit us online at globalawakenedevents.com, and we will see you there.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing. What's up?
Nothing. Just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out. Thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
If the time comes, Be ready. Learn CPR and join the nation of lifesavers. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina along with spokesman Rob. So Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now. We're going to answer all of your questions and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. You heard it, folks at home. Pick up the phone, call now.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new CareWatch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The CareWatch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your CareWatch for free. The CareWatch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your CareWatch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your CareWatch right now. Operators are standing by.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Here, and it shows them pearly white.
World famous Johnny T is back on Thursday, October 19th at the Movies at Del Rey, featuring songs by Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. Join Johnny and his friend Mike Dutra as they pay tribute to the golden era of musical entertainment. Be there at 2 p.m. for Johnny's one-man show and at 7:30 for his duet with Mike Dutra. See you there!
And we're back!
She forgot the rejoiner. Or she forgot the countdown.
You know, it's funny. She says that she doesn't talk to herself. But she's sitting there and she has a scoreboard between me and Zena. And she's talking to herself about who wins and who loses.
Apparently Zena's up.
5 points came. I'm winning.
And apparently you won.
I'm winning. I'm sorry, Freddie, about that.
And look, she's still talking to
Zena's
herself.
got 5 points on the debate.
I
wasn't sure what you were talking about, but it sounded good because I was 5 and he was only 3, so I was going with that. Has to be
I don't
good.
understand how you keep score of our conversation. But she can. Hello. Because she doesn't do that.
You
I'm
never
winning.
know.
I'm winning.
Inquiring minds want
I
to
can
know.
see that. Listen, look on my email. I sent the picture for the scavenger hunt because I want to talk about that. So just download it and put it in there. Josh, you may have to help him put it in the box. So yesterday...
I know, I can see that, George. Come
He's
here.
tired.
I'll take it away.
That's what you gave him Benadryl. He's dragging.
He's really, he's
So yesterday...
in another world.
Dawn was nice enough to tell me that her daughter had put something in a museum, which apparently had happened
In July.
in July. And nobody told me anything. She says that she had. She has not, because I would have made a big deal about it. You know, to get your stuff placed anywhere in any institution is a kind of a kicker, right? So she has something in this particular place in Delray. That is today's hint. And if you go and you buy this particular something, I'm hoping to put the picture up so we can show it, we're going to have a giant scavenger hunt. Here it is.
Maybe they can just take a picture of it because it's a little pricey.
Oh, is that a painting?
Yes.
That's a painting, or is it individual things?
Well, there are individual things, but it's also a painting, which is quite pricey. So they don't have to take a picture. I think a picture would be sufficient.
Wait a minute. I'm giving away a cruise that's costing me almost $700. Is it more than $700?
No.
Okay. So if you buy the painting and you bring me evidence of it, I will give you a cruise to the Bahamas on me, which is close to $700. True?
Yes.
Mrs. 25,000? Remember
Yes.
you? Remember? Okay.
25,000.
You gave her 15,000.
Oh yes, I gave a lot of cruises away.
And I'll give you a cruise if you find the scavenger in the scavenger.
How can people keep up with your mind? It's the spirit within you, which overtakes your physical body.
You don't think that this is a great idea?
I think it's a great idea.
Do you like scavenger hunts?
I haven't been on one in a while. I think I did.
You think you did?
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a good idea. Whether I would go on it, I don't know.
And if you bring it in and you're single under the age of 25, I'll even throw in a dinner date, something with one of the girls that has no boyfriend.
She's laughing in there because she got a boyfriend.
Who was laughing?
Curly, who's keeping score.
No, she's talking to herself. Which she doesn't do, so don't tell nobody. Shh.
I've never heard her do it, but apparently you know these things.
Well, I just walked in there and she told me, Freddie, she came out here to tell me how I was losing. Me
Yes,
versus
you are. You're losing to me,
Zena.
Freddie. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but I feel pretty good about myself.
I can see that.
That is hilarious.
I'm beating Freddie. Can you
Yeah, I want to
believe
feel
that?
good about myself too.
What did you get?
Oh, wow. This is amazing.
And it is, isn't it?
And I really had
Hello?
very little, I've only had very little coffee too.
You know, we should have taken us with us to see Jesus Christ Superstar. We should have taken her
Well, you
with us.
didn't invite me. Now you tell me.
I gotta
Yeah,
tell
we
you
should have.
why. I didn't know we were invited, and normally you
Okay.
can't invite other people when
Okay,
you're invited. But
okay.
after seeing how many seats were left and everything else, we should have just done it.
Okay. Thank you anyway for the thought.
But there's some other stuff that's coming out.
Santana's coming out this weekend,
This
actually,
weekend.
at Movies of Delray. Do you like Santana?
Actually, many years ago, I went to see Santana. Yeah, many years
So
ago.
there's a new movie coming out. I think it's like a documentary
Yeah.
about his life and some personal videos, personal interviews, and it debuts worldwide on Saturday night and happens to be debuting at the Movies of Delray. It's the 22nd, 23rd, and 27th, I believe,
Yes.
is what I saw, correct?
And also there is My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 that's come out, which is really all about family. It's about family traditions. There's a burial thing going on in there as well. It has a lot to do with family, and I don't know if you saw the trailer? I don't know if you're gonna like it. I mean, you might be too young to understand sort of that stuff. It's sort of towards our age. Not you, because you're like in a bubble. You have no fingerprints.
I've got a big spirit, though.
I can tell you she does.
Well, I don't know if 5-3 you're winning. I guess I will have to bow.
Now she
He's
might
lost
be
for
6-3.
words. He's lost for words.
Do you know, someone came
She
in, they
keeps
sat,
score. Who
they
does
sat down here the other night. They look at that picture. They go, is that you?
They said that to you?
Yes.
First of all, it's not even the right hair color.
Not even the right.
But wait a minute. Holy smokes. It is
does
the
look
right
a
hair
little
color.
like her. Yeah, it does.
Hey, Dawn.
It was a guest on someone's show, and I went,
Did
no.
you pose for this picture? First of all, I want you to know the reason this picture is here is because they threw it out of display,
museum, yeah.
museum, because of the hands. But the only problem with the hands on this piece is that the artist does not like the way she draws hands. So she put one behind and one sort of in front behind. So
So that
I
was
love
the
this.
question. That was the question that was posed to me Monday night during a show. Is that you?
I was gonna hang it behind me because somebody took the hook down on that piece that's back there.
Yeah, I have. I think that was a Garcia thing.
Yeah, but they told me not to hang it up there. I think it was Josh. Somebody told me don't hang it up there because it's a little bit too
Risque, provocative. It would bring out this spirit.
too much Xena.
You know, I'm a big fan of letting
Excuse me.
letting the spirits stay in peace. I don't like to disrupt. No disruptions. Let them live
There's no
amongst
such
us.
thing as disruption. The disruption is us. We're the
That's what I'm saying. I
disrupt-
don't want to disrupt them, so we live in peace.
Has a painting been falling off the wall here, somewhere over there? Are you aware of anything?
I think, yeah, that one there was behind me, and somehow it ended up there.
And it's okay now, though, right?
I haven't seen one falling off the wall lately. Have you?
Yeah, we did have something fall off the
I
wall
think
the other
it's
day.
somewhere over there.
Yeah. What are they telling you?
They're playing with you. They're just doing the same thing.
I'm just having some fun. Good old-fashioned fun.
That's all it is, exactly.
I seen that when Dawn was walking in the parking lot in many places, and there's a pebble, and she
every
goes down.
single time. I know.
And she goes down. It's funny.
It happens
I mean, it
every
isn't funny,
time.
but it happens.
There's
But
a pebble.
Any kind of pebble. The smaller, the more lethal.
When you go to the parking lot.
Anywhere.
Okay,
Anywhere,
I
any
think-
parking lot.
Okay, they're just, I think that's a kind of a message, but it's okay. Just be careful when you're walking a little bit.
Oh, you haven't seen her do
Don't
the...
be clumsy, is what
No,
I think
because
she's
I've
telling me.
fallen twice.
She does
I
the
broke
mumbo
this shoulder
jumbo
and then
here.
the other one.
I know. I think of you all the time.
And it's funny because Dawn says, make sure you wear closed shoes because there's a lot of wires, right? So you would think you would trip over a wire, except for her. She trips over the rug. She trips over the
Yeah, no,
cement.
don't go, because you do wear high shoes, which are very beautiful, but just be very careful sometimes when you're walking outside. I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but I think they're telling you too, not just
That happened to me last year. Remember at the car wash?
That was a bad one.
That was bad.
Yeah, but you didn't have heels on. You had sneakers on.
Yeah, well, I fell twice, broke this shoulder, and then 10 years later.
Well, you have a tendency of
I
all
just
your
had
life to do that.
sneakers on too.
Yeah, but you've been falling all your life.
Probably.
You've been falling since you were a little kid.
Probably. No, not really. Actually, I hadn't. I hadn't broken anything up until about.
Falling doesn't mean you break anything.
I did though, but yeah, but it's just that we need to go with caution.
I remember Linda telling me, be careful because the shower is slippery. And I said, you know, you're really ridiculous. And that was the last word that came out of my mouth. And it's a good thing that I braced myself. I really hurt myself that day. It took 3 or 4 weeks to heal. And I felt like a giant mop inside the shower stall. My goodness, that marble stuff hurts. Hurts a lot. It's unforgiving.
Yes.
Yep.
Floors are. All right, you ready to wrap this up and get ready for it? Call me Xena.
Wait a minute, what are we talking about today on the Xena show so we can
Well,
keep
actually,
score?
I think it's for Monday, right?
Yes, we're going to be airing it Monday
Okay,
on
why
Yom
don't we
Kippur.
continue? I loved what we were talking about. I don't
No,
remember.
no, because you're winning.
No, I don't remember. So you have an advantage.
We'll start
Freddie.
over.
Honestly, don't remember what I was saying, but
I don't even know how the hell I fell behind. I didn't even know it was a contest.
I think that we need to continue with that. Spirit versus humans. That's a neat idea.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I can see you're ready.
Spirit 1, humans 0. I do not know. I think Spirit wins every time.
You're as bad as she is.
I think Spirit wins. I got to tell you.
I don't even know what that means.
That's a neat topic, isn't it? I don't think anyone's ever done that.
Spirit versus humans.
Well,
it's like VR.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what I was talking about, but it was okay though.
Yes.
It was a little.
Apparently,
it was
I'm
a-
winning.
Apparently,
it was-
we'll have to rewind it for her.
Well, that's because you have your chipmunks in there. They seem to understand you.
Yes, they do. That's why they're there.
That's the
And they're
surprising
helping me.
thing about this whole
Absolutely.
ordeal.
And you're one of them too, right?
Right, Royce? Yes. All right, ready to wrap
Royce
it up?
think she's like out of this planet. Where are we going? Are we leaving?
We're going to leave.
Is the show over?
Yeah, well.
I gotta tell you, can I tell you a real quick story?
Absolutely.
Yesterday,
We have time.
yesterday I was on the board doing the morning show. And the morning show board is not the way I usually do shows. There were pieces all over the place. And Gretchen was sitting next to me. She's like, boy, there are things everywhere. So I'm hitting every button, and I'm playing with bells and whistles, and I'm doing sound effects. And so I wasn't talking as much because I put Braxton up there to talk to Dawn, and we were doing the morning show like we do every morning. Number one show watched was that show yesterday. Because I was with the bells and the whistles. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So people were saying to me, you guys put together the funniest show. I didn't put nothing together. I was completely in the wilderness, completely lost. So my co-host here says, you know, you made me work ultra hard
yesterday.
Because you didn't say anything, and I had to, I said,
Ultra
and?
hard.
Ultra.
A lot of brain
So
power.
I'm a little
in you.
tired today because
you've been talking a lot
did
today.
a lot of talk.
You did a
I
lot of
did this
talking.
on purpose, another purpose.
What? Because you've been talking a lot today?
Yeah, because you said that I sort of threw you under the bus yesterday. You didn't say nothing.
You made me
You
work.
guys have to watch. We just finished watching The Morning Show on Netflix. Have you watched it?
I'm in the process of. I'm on season 3.
It's good. It's good.
I want to be on Netflix, my own morning show.
Well, okay. We'll have to do
Wow,
something about
that was a dip. You saw that? Okay.
We'll have to talk about that.
That sounds
Wow.
good. No, that sounds good. Just
No wonder when you
visualize-
get points and I get.
We've it-
I think
yes,
so.
I think it is. Yes.
Apple TV, yes.
Apple TV, yeah. No, the beginning part isn't. I think the last episode or two is on. They changed for. I think that was the one they changed.
Oh, maybe.
I was asked to ask you a question.
Oh, please
Were
do.
you ever in the UK ever involved in the diamond business?
I wasn't. No.
Or know somebody who is?
You sold
Yeah, I
jewelry.
knew people that were. Right.
Didn't you sell jewelry?
I sold jewelry, but I sold a lot. I had a costume jewelry business over here.
That doesn't count, though, I guess.
I guess she didn't sell diamonds, but she sold jewelry. It's
I
a
u-
good
I
thing
know, I
you
sold
sold
costume
diamonds.
jewelry,
You
not
sold jewelry,
diamonds.
you didn't sell diamonds.
Well, yeah, I had to sell my diamond ring when I first came here because I had no money.
That is the way to end the show.
Wow.
Oh dear.
Let's leave it right there because I don't know what to say anymore.
But that's all right. That was 30 years ago. I changed that situation.
Okay.
So apparently your guides have something to say about you selling your diamond.
Can you tell me on the air or?
No, people will have to
secretly?
zoom into your show for me to ask.
Okay, please do.
More to come on the sale of the diamond. That's like a book in itself.
I gotta go take a nap. I gotta take a nap. You guys exhausted me. I'm tired.
It's like, he's packing up his stuff. He's like, you know, like when the plane lands and it's time to get up. He's got his glasses. He's taking his seatbelt off. You're packing it up. You ready to get off the set?
I'm leaving.
Glasses in his pocket. Take off your seatbelt. We've now landed the plane.
The plane is landing. You know, we can't put this show on radio. You know that. That's
Why?
because today has all been like
Controversial?
kookiness. No,
I think it's great. Well, from what I know, I think it's a good
You
show.
kidding? All my friends on Saturday hear this show, they're gonna say there's something wrong with this guy. He's a little kooky. And I lost. What am I down to? 6-3?
They'll probably say, please don't put Xena back on the show.
Curly, what's the score?
Oh,
5-5.
no,
Oh, you're even.
No, we're in a tie. No, I.
You know why she did that? You know what? Because she didn't want me to rat her out when she talks this.
Come
You're
on.
a tiebreaker.
I talked about the diamond.
And
It's
now
got to go up
it
a little.
begins. Check out Xena's show after this. Fight the fight. I came back, baby. I did the
That was
back
pretty
stroke,
good.
the front stroke, and every stroke there is.
You're exhausting.
Yes,
We
I
have
feel every
another
time.
hour of this, Freddie.
More to come. All right. Tune in. Actually, we're going to be recording. If you're in the area, coming down for a pre-recording of Call Me Xena this afternoon at 2:30. If not, we will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. drive time. Get
Yes.
your tickets where?
Events.amp2.tv. Come and join us. Oh, do you guys know that the show on the 19th, that Johnny T show, that's a matinee at 2 and the other show at 7:30, is being co-produced by J.C. Dreesen.
Truths?
If you don't know that, that's who JC Star Productions is. That's JC. JC's doing her first production. We don't want to let her down. We want people to come out and be supportive because she put a lot of work and effort into this thing. So check it out.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.